My name is Eric Ritchie, also known as Licorice, and I play top lane for Cloud9.
It's Robert Blabber Huang. I play jungle for Cloud9.
My name is Yasin Dinser. My in-game name is Niski, and I play mid lane for Cloud9.
I'm Jesper Svenningsen, and my gamer name is Sven. I play ADC for Cloud9.
I'm Philippe Laflamme, or Vulcan. I play support at Cloud9.
Cloud9 waited 6 years, and they will hoist the trophy again. For all-time players, the first time in their careers, the Nexus falls, Licorice deals the killing blow, and Cloud9 win the 2020 LCS.
Like, we should be able to win, basically. Like, if we aren't a contender for the title, it will mean something terrible has happened, and we've completely fallen apart as a team. I think that we're absolutely one of the top teams right now.
I don't know what I expect, but I guess I expect that we at least make a second or first place appearance in Spring Split. Going to MSI, winning a title, being the first player to have 2 trophies in 2 different regions will be huge for me, or at least in NAEU. It's always been a big thing for me, but I'm okay if we just make it to finals and we have a good series against TL or whoever is in the finals, and we go on to Summer Split with our moods high and are set to go to Worlds that year, then I'm okay with that too.
We're very confident. We haven't lost yet to anyone in NA yet, so I'm expecting us to win the split.
I think we can win the split. I think no matter what, we're top 2. Obviously Team Liquid has won 4 in a row, and on paper they upgraded their roster. So if we win, it will be a really close 4 or 5 game series in finals.
I think for Spring Split, my expectations for us is for sure making finals. And then after that, I don't know, maybe winning them. I think winning a trophy would be really nice. Because last year we were 1 game off it, and I think this year we'll have way more chances of accomplishing that. But at first, I really want to make finals because I think other teams also got stronger. I think the teams that got stronger are probably TSM and TL, I think as well, depending if they can actually work out, or if Proxa matches well with them, I guess. TSM is kind of coin flip, I guess. It depends if Dardog actually works out or not for them, so yeah. I also know Kobe, and he's pretty good, so yeah.
And I think that actually we'll be contending with probably Team Liquid, TSM, and FlyQuest, actually, as the other teams at the top.
We're that good.
Yeah, we're just so good. TSM 10, as expected.
TL 9th, yeah.
Looking pretty normal.
I think we're gonna start quite well. Of course, I cannot be sure of it, but if you play as we do on stage, as we do in scrims, then I feel like we should be a really strong team. But then also there's the factor of we never played as Fav, we never played with our ball lane on stage, so I don't really know how it will affect our communication and stuff. So yeah, I think we'll just have to see.
Wayne's gonna follow us.
All right, 1, 2, 3, C9! Welcome here to LCS Spring Split 2020. We are ready for a rematch between last year's 2 best teams in Team Liquid and Cloud9.
Super excited to get into this one. You can see already there on stage, Blabber with a starting spot. He had to be second fiddle to the MVP jungler, Sven Skaren. Now he's got big shoes to fill.
I was excited to see Blabber play in a completely set starter role where he's not being subbed in and out, and he really is given more freedom to work on himself, because I think that last year, I imagined it felt kind of bad because a lot of his value to the team as a player was that he was really aggressive and fought all the time, and it was like a double-edged sword kind of thing, but he wasn't really given room to work on it because that's why he was being subbed in.
Double lift is going right back into the lantern. Jensen's going to be chased away now as Cloud9 find themselves in a turret dive. Blabber's grabbing the kill onto Schernfire. Jensen explodes under Sven's pressure. And C9 will start this split off right.
When we were looking at what we were going to do for 2020, we knew knew that we needed to change. It wasn't just a roster change that we needed to address. We needed to, essentially, the entire team culture needed to shift.
If you beat me on the rims, I'll beat you IRL. So you have to choose one.
And we are onto the Rift. Golden Guardians and Cloud9 face off. Now Vulcan in the front line still. They find the route towards Gordon, who's not a good way out. A double kill for the jungler. But third one picked up as well. Into the back line they go. They are cleaning house with a single death. The Buzzlight Ace is in there for Cloud9. Cloud9 gonna end week 1 undefeated in the LCS. It's time to get hyped for Cloud9. They haven't won a split since 2014 spring, and then this is the first time you're like, wait, this might be a championship-winning team.
No one on Cloud9, has actually won in the NALCS now.
Okay, so changing the roster with 3 new players was, I think for me, kind of a challenge, I guess, because you gotta learn a new play style. Even though I played a bit with Blabber, I didn't even know what he would look like in like a real LCS team.
He's going to be forced to stasis here very early. Vulcan's going to be drawing all the fire. But speaking of fire, the artillery once again will rain down on Immortals. The damage is there. They are gone, gone, gone. Cloud9, 5 for 1.
But yeah, I'd say it changed a lot compared to last year, because the way I play the game and the way my team plays the game right now is way different than what we used to play last year, yeah.
Cloud9 gonna remain undefeated, gonna be the first LCS team to go 4-0 in 2020. Cloud9 are the team to beat in North America.
And then also, I just want to make sure that bot lane kind of felt welcomed in a way into our team, that we're just a 5-man, right?
The equalizer's brought down, and that is fried catfish, baby. Cloud9 is going to town in this team fight. Wild Turtle, he even has to flash away, but it is too damn little, too damn late.
Well, congratulations on C9 for moving to 5-0 in the LCS. It's been fun.
They have Dignitas tomorrow, where they'll get another chance to prove it, but they seem leaps and bounds better than anyone else in the league right now.
Grig thinking about it. Gangplank ulti already summoned up. Cloud9 playing this slowly. Very nice shockwave onto 2! And Froggen gets the first kill of the split onto Spin. But at what cost? Dignitas is annihilated by Cloud9.
Cloud9 still undefeated, 6-0 now stands this squad. I mean, is anyone going to be able to take them down?
Eat up, boys. Ready.
Right.
Something like that.
No, just because it was in Bjergsen voiceover. And he was just like, like TSM had a couple failures the last couple years, and then the camera just switches, so it's Sven and Smoothie wrapping up their gear, and I'm just like, oh, holy shit. Is that allowed?
Oh shit, you know? We know why they have it, and then there's a picture of Sven and Smoothie. Nice.
I think out of all our new teammates this year, the biggest question mark for me was Sven, because I think that he has really high highs, but he also came off like a couple not so great years on TSM.
When I came here 2 years ago, I'd always thought that I was going to be the first with Mithy when we came to TSM, and I thought it was going to be easy and we were just going to win, but I wasn't sure if I was still really good. For a while, I was kind of doubting myself.
And from talking to his old teammates, I knew that he worked really hard and he cared a lot, and that sometimes he was a bit of a dick, but that was like basically all I had.
Sven brings a lot of kind of seriousness.
Yeah, I mean, this is really usual so far.
Yeah, that's fun.
I didn't know this, but...
What do you mean use this, man?
So far we discussed, actually Eric's way is Hush Flash, and then Hush Flash, guys.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah, good for everyone else to know.
Yeah,
Eric, do you care?
That was like basically all I had going in, and I've been like really pleasantly surprised by working with him.
He is like the best championship mindsets that I've ever seen. All he wants to do is win, and he'll stop at nothing to win.
I just really like playing this game and games in general, and I live for competition. I do think we're a really good team right now. G2 is undeniably the best team in the West, and best team ever in the West for that matter. But even though the league difference in level is different. I still think we can be a top team in the West right now with the way we're playing. I have a lot of faith and confidence in this roster and this team, this org in general.
Thank you for joining us for our next matchup. It's about as old as the LCS itself, Cloud9 versus TSM. And if the top two teams clashing weren't hype enough, how fitting is it that Sven is going up against his former teammates, looking to maintain that undefeated streak?
Sven makes sure that everyone is actually really tryharding at their best, and I think that's how we're that good right now.
And Cloud9 have navigated this fight just beautifully. Bjergsen stands alone, 1v5. How do they keep getting away with it? Cloud9 just take everything.
Like, I knew he would have a lot of XP and he would have a big voice into the game, and that's what I kind of expected from him. And I feel like he's been filling that role really well.
And ladies and gentlemen, they just make it look easy. Cloud9 win.
I think Sven just wants to play the game kind of in a perfect way. Like, when we make mistakes, I'm like, yeah, that was fine, you know, like it happens to make mistakes. But for him, it's like, why did you do this? I'm like, I know, I trolled. And he's like, okay. And yeah, that's it.
Like, we need to win this split.
It's so awful. Yeah? This is what I knew.
And then I'm gonna make a dank meme. It's gonna bang so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, I can feel it already.
If we win the split, no matter what you tweet, will bang.
Oh, I'm gonna make such a good tweet.
You could tweet a picture of yourself with the trophy and it'll bang.
Actually, yeah.
So we're gonna give it a new crush.
Even before I joined C9, the two junglers that I've always dug up to were Svenskeren and Darda.
At first, I was a little against Blabber versus Svenskeren because after 2 years in TSM where all junglers were either rookies or people with basically no experience in playoffs or any real competition, I thought I want to have a jungler with experience. And Blabber, while he has experience, he has less than Svenskeren.
With Blabber, I wanted to make sure that he doesn't lose that aggression. I don't want him to lose his strength. So like we were very careful about coaching him that way.
He always had a pretty strong voice in the early game. He still does, but he's becoming smarter.
Scarin. He does take a lot of damage coming out from Niski, but Niski is burning incredibly low. It is so dangerous. But Blabber, he makes the play.
The best thing we had to teach Blabber was pretty much discipline, like trigger discipline.
I still see like the Blabber fish who was extremely cocky at scouting rounds.
Smite came out from Svenskeren. Licorice has made his way in, but now it's going to be a full-blown battle as the TPs are being used. Licorice will be taken down, but that's going to be a 2-for-1. And Cloud9 will claim the fight. Niski with the auto attack. C9, 3-1.
Having played in the team for like 2.5 months, I'm really happy we have Blabber, not Svenskeren.
To Cloud9, this team once again showing exactly why they are the standout in the LCS so far.
I think we have successfully coached Blabber the way we wanted.
Oh, EJ and Team Liquid.
Hey, friend. That's some good shit right there. Steve, good boot camp, buddy. Good boot camp. Yeah.
If they don't have like a core desire to get better, to be more than they are today, it's not going to happen. I can't like force somebody, yo, hey, care more about improving. You know, I want you to like, you know, every day look to improve. I can't force that into a player or a coach. They actually have to take that on themselves and have the drive and desire to get better.
Personally, I haven't felt burnout ever because I generally love this game and I love playing League and I love esports as a whole. I have a passion for it, I suppose. I don't consider it a job. I always wake up happy to go and play League and scrim with my teammates. And I really put in the hours to make sure that new champions, I can play them, right? And new metas, I can play them. Random champions, mages, whatever, I can play them. I want to make sure that I'm never a weakness to my teammates.
I think that the main thing I bring to the team right now is someone who isn't crazy grinding solo queue as hard as everyone else. I think that like I'm playing with 4 like huge solo queue grinders on my team. Like I'm trying to come up with a way of working that isn't crazy grinding and like burning out. And that's kind of my role is that I'm doing my own thing and that people are free to like follow if they want to.
Some people feel that need and that's totally okay. Everyone is different. And some people learn more from taking time off. Some people play a solo queue, some don't, but you can put in work in other ways than hard grinding.
When you started grinding less, it was like a sign that you cared less. And I think that that's not necessarily true, but also that it's really hard not to look at it that way, and it's also impossible for someone else to like police it. So it kind of just requires like general maturity from like the entire esports scene of just like trusting that people will like put in the effort that they think they need to put in, and that like everyone's gonna do their job.
I kind of fixed goals for myself, which one was for sure timing summoners, and then once I made that, I had to play new champions, which I also did. Third was kind of matching well with my jungler, with Blabber, so I watched a lot of DoNB and like other mids as well to see how they like set up waves, what time they move, what time they ward, or just how they play with their jungler.
We kind of fucked it up at the words, and that wasn't best words we had. If you see the games, oh, who's our weaknesses? Probably lots of people are saying Niski. He was at the bad games a lot. He had experience at the words. He saw something from there, and then he trying something new stuff while the off season. When I met him at our boot camp, he was already a different player, doing way better than what I expected him.
That Niski has grown like tremendously since he's joined C9, and I think that like I would say he's the best mid laner in the league for sure.
I respect Niski a lot. He's able to be funny when he needs to, and be serious and kind of lead us in games. So
yeah, I think Niski, specifically this game, you played really good as a year champion, and the comp too. Like yeah,
correct.
You're showing some good leadership. Good job. Niski.
Nice, bro.
Oh.
Nice.
What can I do? So yeah, let's keep those things up, and good job today. We have a team dinner, right? Do we watch
Cloud9 has had perhaps the greatest first 12 games of an LCS split ever.
yeah, I think the LCS as a whole right now is pretty weak.
Cloud9 has double TSM's wins.
Yeah.
Like TSM is coming into this at 6 and
The teams that are supposed to be good are bad, and the best team from the last 2 years is using his subs, then your league's gonna be pretty weak. I think like 6 out of the 9 teams, I guess, that we're gonna have to play versus, I see as free wins. I think the only threat to our 18-0 record right now is TSM, probably.
TSM is trailing right behind us, and then it's like Immortals, Dignitas, FlyQuest, I don't know, Wanted Thieves are like the middle tier playoff contenders, and then it's like EG, CLG, someone else really suck, and they need to improve heavily if they want to actually make playoff.
If there's one team that will take us down, it has to be TSM.
Playing against TSM on Saturday, I think it'll be an interesting game because I think that individually, all their players are actually pretty strong, but as a team, they've looked like kind of lost a little bit, or just like they don't really like come together as a team very well.
Yerksen now dominating. Without the Baron, they look to end this game.
It's 5v3 on the Nexus turrets. It's Cloud9 having to defend their Nexus. They cannot do it. Nexus turret number 1 falls. Nexus turret number 2 under pressure. Blabber goes in, but he cannot defend. If it bleeds, you can kill it. And Cloud9 are defeated by TSM.
I don't fucking care. As long as we are getting better every day, I don't fucking care about we can win words or win the LCS without lose.
The perfect split is not to be, gentlemen.
Nope. They just got to outperform the entire game,
yeah.
and just lost to a better playing TSM.
Yeah.
Literally, no one cares in our team, because the important thing is just improve. Our team goals are we wanna be at the worst, and we can fight, compete to every team in there. That's a good goals, right?
For me, the like single most important thing to have is the ability to like cash it out with each other, like to be able to like have arguments and be able to talk about what's bothering you, because I think if you don't have that, then people just can't trust each other in the same way, and then eventually the team's gonna fall apart.
I feel like the most important thing in Cloud9's culture compared to the previous teams I've been on is how we won't ignore a problem. We'll always make sure we discuss things out and figure out a solution. In previous teams, I had some problems where the coaches will be scared to bring them up to the players, or like the coaches wouldn't have much authority. It can really ruin like a team atmosphere and dynamic.
I core these kind of things cannot be happen, but it's not the flame. I'm just saying fact.
Constructive criticism, I think, is really important. Anytime there's a review, everyone gives their best, everyone gives their honest opinion, and then, like, if I inted or if Sven inted, then we'll say, yeah, I inted here, and and then we just go on.
I like when people are direct to each other. They tell them how they feel about them or their gameplay or whatever, so that we be honest with each other. Some people have a hard time taking criticism or giving it, for that matter, but so far everyone seems okay with just being told what someone else thinks about them or their play or whatever happened in the game. So far I'm really happy with how we do things here, and I would like that this way we're doing things keeps being that way.
Because we lost. We have to wear them because we lost. Actually, we were supposed to swap the blue and the black. I don't remember why. Like how we would swap it, but we were supposed to swap. But we never lost, so we never swapped.
Originally, we were supposed to swap first side.
Oh, we're supposed to swap
like
side.
The red side.
Oh my god, man, look at that. Take the fat. He's saying that.
Oh, no, I don't like chainsaw guy. Oh, not again.
Most apples held in mouth and cut by chainsaw in 1 minute. Blindfolded. Blindfolded, of course. Why not?
Isn't this easy though? Because he knows kind of.
Oh, yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah, I would. No, it's not easy. You want to do this?
No, but he kind of
Hey,
knows.
Vincent, do we have chainsaw at the house?
Alright, this guy doesn't die by jumping out of fucking.
Also easy, guys. Just jumping like 1,000 meters down and water in the wall.
60 meters is nothing, no?
It's last. Okay. It's nothing, guys. Let's do this every day, actually.
How hard is this?
What? You would die.
Why?
If you land wrong in the water, you die.
But you just land like this. It's true, no? You land like this, and then... Listen.
Either this stupid or what? It's so easy. It's either stupid or easy.
Why are you doing this? That's it. That's it.
Brock's up.
Oh my god, it's smoke, guys.
Cloud9 has absolutely crushed the Golden Guardians. Hans is gonna jump around, do some gymnastics with the sword. It don't.
Cloud9, with that victory, standing 13-1, lock their playoff spot in that first seed.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Let's go.
Feels good. It's actually a criminal.
It was just announced today, unfortunately, that the LCS will be suspending games for the immediate future, as well as canceling the live event in Texas that was supposed to be the LCS Grand Finals. We are still waiting to hear if and when the games will resume. Maybe they'll resume in an online capacity. Until then, we just have to wait and see.
I don't think the quarantine changed too much for us, to be honest. I think it actually made us kind of closer in a way, because we're all, for example, watching movies together or doing this together in our free time, because we cannot really leave the house, you know?
Yeah, the show was good. Mike, did you see it?
It's called
Fuck, I don't even know.
I Don't Like What I'm Seeing or something. Yeah, it's basically the guy that made Stranger Things and the end of the fucking world.
Oh, I am not okay with this.
Oh yeah. And it's a fucked up show. But it's pretty okay.
Fucked up.
It is.
Yeah.
You chilling?
See when season 3 comes out.
Season 2 is gonna be good though.
We were watching some shows together, but Niski keeps watching by himself and he thinks it's funny. And it doesn't invite us. I'm like in the league game and then he just goes downstairs and decides to watch an episode. So he's just ahead of us.
And then right now we're watching Haikyuu, the anime. And yeah, I don't know what we're watching next, so.
You know, the whole day we're all together always, so I guess Cloud9 feels like a family more.
I think that Cloud9 is still seen as kind of like this huge organization that spans like a ton of esports, but it's also just like the kind of a family.
Once I moved to NA, it got harder because the time zone's different, so your friends and the people you know aren't really available anymore. I had a small family incident last year, which kind of got me a little bit, but I think I've just come to enjoy things here in America more. My teammates now are my friends too.
My favorite best friend?
No, your best friend.
What do you mean my best friend?
Your best friend.
I have no best friends. I only have brothers.
I kind of need that to be able to function at my best.
We like to joke a lot, and I think that's just kind of the E way, I guess. Like he made a tweet with me and Perks, you know? Like he's always memeing how he misses Perks and Björksen and stuff. So I think that's funny, yeah.
Oh, Perks! Perks and Ezreal, yeah! I wish I had Perks. Because he would play Ezreal like this.
What are you saying?
Look, he hits every Q. Oh! Would you do that?
I just feel like I won't say we're the same person, but we just match really well.
I mean, I feel like I'm really close friends with everyone, and I'm able to enjoy playing the game more just because I'm close with them.
The thing he does, like for example, when you have workout in the morning, he just lays on the ground for like the first 5 minutes. Like anytime I order food, he always jumps on the hype train of food and orders like random shit. Everything he does is just so random and just so weird. I'm a teammate after all, you know. I'm trying my best to control the fish, but it's pretty hard outside of the game, yeah.
But LCS coming back. The announcement was made. Very, very excited to hear this. I had no idea. Like, were we gonna be on hold for a week, a month? You know, is the season gonna end? I'm actually like really excited for it. I think it's pretty cool to be like one of the only sports leagues that's gonna be able to be running during this time because we have the ability to run online.
I don't know what's happening to every other team. Like they're playing really bad. I mean, their macro is bad. Their drafts are bad. So I think they're just way worse than us.
They could try to attack with Jizuke and Svenskeren and really scrap it out 2v2 because Niski and Blabber will try to meet that challenge.
Because it's a whole different era and whole different vibe. Both of players are getting individually better than last year. For now, Niski and Blabber is better than last year Niski and Svenskeren.
The fat man is looking for yet another play, and he has found it. There comes...
Yeah, I think I make my jungler look really good. I think I control him in game.
But it's too damn little, too damn late, and Cloud9 will once again take down EG.
No, to be honest, he's not that bad in game, but outside of the game, he's really stupid, so.
Niski thinks he makes me look great, but really, if you watch the games, I'm kind of coming mid and helping him push every wave. I don't know, maybe I'm making him look great. He's always had two good junglers, you know. Last split he had the MVP, this split he's got me, so.
Oh, I wasn't here when they did it, but that's when they were playing Avalon, I think? Or some board game, I think it was Avalon. And that's the times Niski was evil.
Not league related.
I don't think so. I mean, that is too low if it was league related. You know what I mean?
C9, they got the best of one, and it's forgiving. Because if they do it here, they get rid of their biggest historical rival of recent times.
Yeah.
The team that has won 4 splits in a row against them.
I think that Team Liquid specifically has actually been looking a lot better recently, and I'm kind of looking at them as being our biggest opponent.
I still think that in playoffs, our biggest contender should be TL. I mean, they have 2 world champions, I think.
Will look to get himself away, but the Harpoons connect. Licorice has the stun. Licorice has the first blood.
Every analyst that I talked to said Team Liquid was the favorite for this split, and they were. But it's C9 now, who's 16-1, guaranteed #1 seed. You're not going to find a soul that says they aren't favorites to win the split.
Licorice already prepping the Dominus nice and early to make sure he has the Fury for the empowered W underneath the
I don't think Spectre is useless at all, and I never thought something like that. And it's even NA that doesn't think MSI is useful is stupid, and you shouldn't say that unless you're like a very accomplished player internationally, like let's say you're Core JJ or Impact. I think the experience for a team is invaluable and makes everyone so much better, so I just hope MSI doesn't get cancelled.
Cloud9 removing the MVP jungler to bring up Blabber from Academy. These men could carry the entire game on their shoulders here with a smite fight.
Going into the split, we were kind of talking about like how we were trying to form the G2 of NA. I mean, it's just like the players talking with Jack, and it's kind of just like a meme between us, but I mean, now it's looking more and more like it.
Able to follow there with the flash, still looking to find the damage. Unstoppable into the back line goes Blabber, and Double Lift is down.
For me personally, I thought we would be the strongest or the second strongest team in NA with our roster. Obviously, I expected TL to be with us. I didn't expect them to be at the bottom.
Men could carry the entire game on their shoulders here with a smite fight, as Vulcan and
the next
Sven are going for a back door. They recognize that the turret is very low. They're going after it. Sven's got the arrows. Revenge is coming through, and Cloud9 will shut down Team Liquid's playoff chances and slam them into the ground.
We prepare playoffs from the beginning, like the beginning of the season. We prepare like really similar best of 5. Even our review time is kind of like 10 minutes to 15 minutes. Even the other teams takes like 20 or 30 minutes.
Even like before we were locked in for first, we started thinking about how we can expand and play more things. We try to flex more champions. We try to, role swaps or things like that, just to be more flexible. I have more options going into playoffs so that a team can never assume that we won't play something, and then they always have to be scared about certain draft scenarios.
I'm pretty confident about playoffs, but we'll see.
The 1 seed Cloud9 versus 100 Thieves, a big ticket matchup. Our 17-1 dominant team against 100 Thieves, which they chose as their opponent.
For sure, in best of 5, I want to do better this year, and I want to be at 200% every game. So yeah.
I've never done well in playoffs, Academy, LCS. I'm not sure why. Maybe I get too nervous. I play differently because it's higher pressure situation. So I'm hoping I'm able to transition, I guess, my play in the regular season to playoffs this year.
Absolute clap heard around the world here as Cloud9 demolish 100 Thieves, looking just as strong as they did during the regular split.
And it's super terrible, but the teams are getting better slowly. I think EG is starting to look like a good team. It's definitely a weak year for NA outside of us.
Everyone kind of sucks right now. I mean, I'm not blaming anyone, but like, for example, I think 100 Thieves is a really bad team, but they managed to take TSM to game 5. For me, at least, I think TSM is really bad right now, for example, when I watch that series, And also, I think FlagWest has been better when they put solo in, so I kind of want to see how that goes. So, I don't know. I think the only team that has really improved, in my opinion, is EG.
If you balled up all my problems together, put them in a bag, I pretty much handed them over to EG.
It's game 1 of the winner bracket final.
We're also playing against our old teammates, right? Kumo, Dennis, and Zazel. So we definitely really want to beat them for sure. And I think we're not expecting like an easy series, but I think we all expect to win.
Cloud9 going to complete the best of 5. They're going to take down Nexus and secure that ticket into finals.
Niski really plays well with Blabber, which is something I was surprised of. I didn't think they were going to be this good together, but they have really good chemistry, like in the game and outside the game. And it helps our team so much because the game is played through mid jungle. That's just a fact, right?
Yeah, imagine a team, okay? Me.
Oh, it's already so bad. Them like giving each other shit, I feel like that's actually pretty healthy. I think they just complement each other. Like that's like the best way to put it. It's like Blabber looks like shit sometimes, Niski looks like shit sometimes, but they both look like shit together sometimes, but they both look great together sometimes. So.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, Blabber!
Man, that one
so
sucked.
cool.
That one sucked. The other one was way better.
Damn, now you just look uncool.
Yeah, I know! You can't use that one, Maddie. Alright, we're going again.
Just get the camera footage of that thingy.
You got this. You think so? Yeah.
No pressure.
I believe in you. Niski, nice. Good. Oh.
Better?
Man, no, it's not good. It's not good.
Blabberfish to fill the shoes of last split's Honda MVP.
I mean, I think definitely Blabber right now is the best jungler in NA. I think without a doubt.
After like Dennis left last split winning MVP, I think they're like big shoes to fill for sure. And I really wanted to have a strong performance coming in this split. I mean, I couldn't really have won the trophy by myself. I think Niski helps me a lot. Thanks, Niski. Whoa. Actually, it looks pretty cool. It looks like a Valorant trophy.
Yeah, I think the bootcamp helped us, but also every other team in NA really took the offseason for granted, and they, I don't want to say slacked in the offseason, but they really didn't take it serious like we did. We were so ahead of everyone else at the start, and then we just kept it because we actually have 5 good players, but also 5 players that are really like motivated and like hungry to play the game.
I think it's really insane, and I'm really proud of like my teammates for working that hard.
It's kind of like the final step, and right now is the time we really have to shine. Like Jack is making sure that, he like kind of reminds everyone of like when we played TSM and we lost like in game 5, or because we were swept, or we lost against TL, that if you had played like 2 or 3 different champions, then we could have won, And I feel like that kind of helps me in a way where kind of have a reminder of like, you remember when you guys lost to TL and TSM last year? So.
After we lost the Detroit finals, Reaper was really unmotivated, and so were the players, and it led to a lot of just discontent with the team.
Okay, I lost faith on the team. Like I didn't have motivation at the time. because I don't thinking we can win, even I try hard.
In 2018 summer, when I first joined the team, I felt like Reaper was one of the best coaches, ever. Last year, it felt like he was slowly losing motivation, I guess.
He actually owned right up to it. He's like, you're right, I fucked up, and that's not right, and I want to fix it. I want to bring home a trophy for Cloud9.
What's the different thing this year and last year? Everyone, including me, I can put my 100% effort in this team, because no one's say, that's too much.
This split, he's really, being a really good role model as a person and a coach in both senses. And I think bringing West up has definitely helped him.
Yeah, if I try hard, we can win anything.
What motivates me is just winning, or when I feel down, I kind of just picture me playing in a stadium and just popping off and winning. What motivates me is winning, glory, and how you could call it.
I felt fueled by the people in the arena, and the feeling you get when you lift that trophy is amazing, right?
If I don't feel like playing solo queue, I'll just imagine myself being there and playing on stage.
I'd want to be known as one of the all-time great players. I think that is what I would really like to achieve during my career. I think that if I'm actually one of the best, then the titles will come. I don't think that it's possible to be one of the best players in the world and not have titles. I just don't think that's how it works at all.
Actually, fly, by the way.
Fly fan!
Yeah.
Fly fan!
Almost got everything we wanted.
Yeah. That's fine.
One more game.
That's fine.
We take those.
We take those.
I see fire. I feel like it's just kind of sinking in for me that this is the finals, and what we've been doing for the past 3 months is culminating in something really meaningful. I mean, we have Cloud9, who, if they go undefeated, will end with the highest win percentage across regular season and playoffs in LCS history. Or if FlyQuest pulls up this upset, it would be one of the biggest shockers in LCS history.
One, two, three,
will knock it down from Sven, so here comes the engage. Stun onto 2. Goodbye to Ignar. Solo is tanky, but he still has to outrun Cloud9, and that will not happen. FlyQuest made him work for it, but Cloud9 are the better team. They take game 1 of the LCS final.
In game 1, I think we had the worst draft that we had all series.
I mean, game 2, it was really easy for us because we had a plan going in. We're like, if they do this draft, then we just grab Yasuo, and then bot lane kind of just farms if they can, and then we'll carry me and Blauer.
He's gonna find a play, knocked up though. Solo wants to take the fight. There's the dunk in for Licorice. Gets some damage, but not a whole lot else. That's a big hit. And Turtle's already gone at 3-0 instantly. Cloud9 turn it right back around. There is no chance for FlyQuest to win this fight. Cloud9 gonna have a 2-0 lead in the finals, on their way to be the best team to ever defeat North America. This is a slaughter as the Nexus falls. Cloud9 put on a clinic in game 2, and they are on match point to hoist their first LCS trophy in 6 years. Something that none of these players have done before in their lives, but Cloud9 to look as dominant as they ever have.
And it's so important that they can win that 3rd game of the series. The last time Sven was up 2-0 in a final was last year when he was on TSM, and they got reverse swept.
Game 3, actually, at the beginning of the game, I was quite nervous. I don't know why. I couldn't CS. I think I lost 10 CS on the first 3 waves or something. I had 12, he had 24, I think. I was like, okay, I cannot miss CS anymore, and I need to play the game normally.
Here comes the dive. FlyQuest need this fight, and they may have just found it. Vulcan's pushed out. Niski saved the backline. Equalizer over the top is a lot of work. Solo drops low. There's the first kill. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Ooh. Flashes to safety, but I've seen this before. Aatrox in the bot river finds a double kill, and Licorice not shy about that engage.
C9 fights.
Is the only thing standing in the way of Cloud9 lifting the trophy, and it's not going to be enough. He's got respawns in 10 seconds. He's tanky, man. Redemption helps build the time, though, and that's Niski on a rampage. Centaurin's back alive, but the Nexus turrets are going to fall. Centaurin goes for minions, then back to the engage. The bot lane's alive in 5 seconds, but they will not stop it. Cloud9 waited 6 years, and they will hoist the trophy again.
I didn't even see the games, but good job. We just. Alright, guys. Alright, guys.
Can you go get the other one? Oh, yeah. We have a backup. Under the table.
So, like we said earlier, it's just first step about our adventure. So, let's keep doing this and then keep winning until lose, I guess. So, yeah, nice job today, and I'm really happy to play with you guys all, and then I'm pretty proud of you, all of you.
Oh, yeah.
Good job, good job.
Yeah. Proud of you, boys.
Alright. Oh, yo, grab that trophy.
I'm not letting go this time.
Don't grab me. 1, 2, 3! Nice!
Everyone started screaming and standing up and shouting, and Vincent, our manager, came running with like this bowl of fake confetti he made, and he was like so excited, and I was really happy. It was a great moment.
Holy fuck, we didn't choke, I guess. I don't remember what happened. I just went up and then grabbed Sven. Vincent flew in with his bowl of confetti, started throwing everything everywhere. Then the trophy came in, we broke a trophy. It was crazy. I mean, we were just all really happy.
I think it was like, oh, what do I do now? like it was like the stand up and cheer, you know, and then it's like, and then Vincent came running in with his bowl of popcorn. Well, the popcorn bowl with the confetti in it, which was cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I really had many thoughts right there.
I don't remember really. I feel like I wasn't thinking that much. I was just like, holy shit, we won. And then Niski just started yelling and jumping so that he grabbed me, I think.
I mean, I think it was just natural from everyone to kind of jump out of their like chairs, and then we had like confettis or whatever we had. Like, I think everyone was just really excited that we won because we all worked really hard for it.
Was it as satisfying? Not really. For me, I don't know. I feel a bit weird about it still, because like I don't know what I expected, and I don't know. It's like almost hard having as dominant a split as we did, where then it's like losing becomes like this. It would be like this huge, like crushing disappointment, and winning is like the expected result.
I imagine it'd be a bit more satisfying than this. I'm just like really happy, but I really like saw how emotional all the teams got when they won, or especially like for us, we haven't won in 6 years. Like I imagine if we were on a huge stage with like thousands of fans in the stadium, that it would be a lot more memorable.
Winning my first title is not as satisfying as I imagined, just because every time I imagined it, I was on a stage lifting the trophy in front of the fans, So it's a bit disappointing, but you know, there's nothing we can do about it. So
I mean, it's totally understandable why we're playing from home, but I guess I'll just have to win another one on stage next time.
Given the situation, I think we take those. So I'm just happy, and I felt relieved and just pure joy, I guess. Like my goal has finally been accomplished, and I feel relieved that it's over in a way, and I feel complete right now, and I feel, in a way, a little bit of emptiness. I'm like, oh, that's it. It's just, wow.
I'd like to say, Furkan, he improved a lot, more than other people. Like, I'd like to say more than any of the LCS players.
If there's one support that you can count on, it's always Vulcan. Like, he'll never let you down. He's probably the best support right now in the world, I would say. He played out of his mind to split.
This guy is worth it to pay whatever, like $1,000,000.
Eric has, you know, his ups and downs. Like, he's probably one of the most consistent players that I've worked with. Like, he's very self-efficient, and like he kind of self-coaches. Anytime he does something wrong, he's like his biggest self-critic, and almost like 90% of the time, he's always coming out on top. So I'd say Eric did very good this split.
Blabber and Niski together, like having monster performance, and yeah, they having a good time. And I'd like to say I'm giving tons of credit for Niski to in-game leadership as well. He's grown as a person and player. It's really been good.
Like, he's just an all-around good, great guy to have a team, and he's such a great team player. It's amazing how like this iteration just enables him to play this way. So like Niski is like an integral part of this team, and I know everyone thinks that way too. Blabber, honestly, he's the same person as I worked with Academy. I like to call him the entry fragger because he always gets our team an advantage early game, which is how I feel like the game should be played. He just doesn't stop working. Like, he always works. So Blabber is probably one of the hardest working people that I know, and I don't see him stopping anytime soon.
As soon as Sven joined the team, I knew he's gonna be the key member for the win something or doing great, because he have a strong personality. I'd like to say he's my MVP.
Honestly, he's such a pleasure to work with. He is like the best championship mindsets that I've ever seen, and he does not stop until he wins, and just he wants to get better every day. So like his mindset, like he has the killer instinct to kind of take it all, and I don't see this guy stopping either. So Sven was a huge addition to this team.
I definitely feel like I just opened up the first page of a book. That this is just the start.
Next step is to go to Worlds and hopefully do better than any does generally. From now, it's only up, so I have high hopes for the future. It's gonna be a great year for C9, I think.
I want to win more, I think, because like this wasn't enough for me.
With this roster, I think we can compete with any team in the world, really. TL has won 4, we probably have to win 5, so it's a long-term goal, but we're not like, I doubt we're getting complacent. I think we'll want to do it again.
Going Worlds or MSI is whole different level tournament and whole different meta or players, meet the players or teams even, right? But I'm pretty confident we can get there. Then as soon as we get there, we are grinding hard to keep the leveling up ourselves. Probably we are not same level as they are when we just get there, but we'll see. At the end of the day, we might have a higher level than them.
I fully expect that we're going to crush it in summer and in 2021 as well.
Yeah, see you guys in summer split. So.